Hello everyone, Onlydraven here again, and today we're doing another tutorial in Minecraft Sky Factory 4. Today we're going to be doing just a basic introduction to the Compact Machines mod that's included in this mod pack. It's needed to be able to get the Compact Your World advancement, and that's going to what I'm kind of showing you how to do today. There's a lot involved with Compact Machines, so I'll do additional parts later that get a little bit more in depth with it, but today we just want to show how to get that basic advancement and how to use the mod itself. If you find this video helpful and you like it, please be sure to click like, but most importantly, please remember to hit that subscribe button. That way you can see all my videos and tutorials as they come out. Okay, so first things first, we're going to need some personal shrinking devices, and you're going to need at least 5 of these. And each one of those is a glass pane, 2 ender pearl, 1 book, and 1 iron ingot. So not too bad. Next, you're going to need miniaturization field projectors, and you will need 4 of these. And that is 1 eye of ender, redstone torch, 2 diamond, and 1 of the personal shrinking devices we just made. Now, once we have that made, there's some more recipes here. We'll come back to those in a moment, but we're going to kind of go over here and look at our spots where we're working today. Now, this can look a little complicated. You do not have to build this. This is just a setup in a way to be able to show you how this works. So let's go ahead and grab our materials and get started. Okay, so when we get started here, you can see that the first thing is the miniaturization field projector. When you try to set those down, you can see as you spin around the block, it's going to have an arrow. So the way the arrow is facing is the way that's going to be the inside of your field that you're going to be working within. So you want to make sure you have space to do that. The field projector itself must also be up at least 1 level from the ground. It can sometimes need to be higher for larger ones, but for the very first, smallest compact machine setup, it's going to be just this first one. So I'm going to go on this first block here that I've made because I've already spaced this out. I'm going to drop 1 down. Okay, so now we have a field projector. You can tell the little orange thing is facing towards the middle. Now, if you go up to it and you hit right click, you go over this way, you'll see that arrows are appearing. Okay, now that arrow is telling you where to put the field projector, the second one, in order to make the different sizes. So the first one was on this block, second one was on this block. So depending on how large I want to make my work field, it's showing you how far apart it needs to be. Now we're going to make just the smallest one. So we're going to go to that first spot here and face it back in. Okay, so when I clicked on that, it told me that this was the closest arrow. Click on that, and it's going to tell us where the next ones have to be. I'm going to go ahead, drop that on here. Oh. Clear the weather as well. And then once I've got that third one down, clicking on it again will show me the different ranges for that one there. So we want to go all with the closest. So when I put all 4 of these facing inward, you'll see that now I'm getting this little orange field here. This is our workspace. So inside of that is where we're going to be building anything we're going to build. Okay. Now, some of the larger ones need to be up more than 1. So if you're getting an error message, if you're not getting an orange field and you click on it, it says no valid recipe. But if it says that, say for example, wood block or stone block is in the way, or it's blocking it from working, that means that you need to either remove whatever blocks are in between your field projectors, or you need to raise this up higher. Okay, so we're gonna grab a couple things here. First of all, let's grab a wood block and fill in that little hole there. That was just there so I could find the middle. Now, so the field projector is where we're going to do our work. So let's go see what we need to build with that. So when we go over here, you're going to see a couple other different recipes that are set up a little differently. You go in the JEI and you do @compact or @compact machines. You're going to get all the items that we need for this mod. So right off the bat, the first thing we need to make is some compact machine walls. So it's saying here on this recipe that you need an iron block, a redstone, and then another redstone down here in the corner. So let's show how to read that. If I click on compact machine wall, it says these are the 2 components, and that's kind of how I have it listed, and this is what it's going to make. Here in the middle, it's telling you the configuration that you need to do. So if you put an iron block inside that orange field, put a redstone on top of it, then whatever's in this bottom right-hand corner, you have to just throw into that orange field once you have this built. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to do that. Okay, so we're going to go over here, grab our basic stuff we just talked about. That's our iron block and some redstone. And we're going to make our way over to our field that we're working in. So, as we remember, to make the first thing we're going to make, which is a compact machine wall, we need a bunch of these to make our compact machine. Click on that. We need a iron block with some redstone on it, and then throw some redstone in the middle. That'll make us 16 blocks. So let's go ahead. We'll do that. Drop that in there. Redstone on top. And by just pressing Q, we toss one in. You see that it is turning those components into 16 compact machine walls. Now, you can repeat that as often as needed. Make as many as you need. Now, the best part of this mod is you do not need RF power to run any of this. So they're all self-sustaining. Okay, so other things that we're going to make in the same vein are going to be some tunnels and redstone tunnels. Now, these components are what allow your compact machine to interact with the outside world. We're going to make a couple of those just while we're showing it here. So a tunnel is going to be redstone, compact machine wall that we just made, a hopper, and then the item we're going to throw in is a redstone. And then a redstone tunnel is redstone, compact machine wall, a redstone block, and we're going to throw in a redstone. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how to build those two. So when we're getting here to look at our recipe, if we click on tunnel, you can see that the buildup is a compact machine wall, a hopper on top of it, and then some redstone going around the outside. So let's go ahead and do that. Compact machine wall, hopper on top, redstone going around the outside. Don't need that one. And then again, we're just going to toss a redstone in, and that's going to make us some tunnels. And pop. Here we go. So for redstone tunnels, almost the same idea. It's a compact machine, but instead of the hopper on top, that's where we're going to put our block of redstone. So let's do that. And toss one in. And there's our redstone tunnels. So again, the tunnels, we'll show how to use those here in a little bit, but that's something you're going to need to make, and you can make that very, very easily. All right. So now that we have that, we want to make ourselves an actual compact machine. This is what we need in order to get that advancement. So if we look at the smallest, which is a tiny compact machine, and there are different sizes, the different sizes need a larger of this orange field to make. That's why you have to make a larger spaced out one. But if we start with the smallest one, which is a tiny compact machine, and we click on that, it shows us that it's a 3x3 block. So we need 26 compact machine walls completely. The inside is going to be hollow. And then the component we're going to throw in is an ender pearl. Let's grab ourselves an ender pearl. Got some of those here. We'll get these hoppers. We're not going to need that anymore. All right. So let's go ahead and build this. And we can build this in the smallest one that we have. Solid. And this top layer is going to be solid as well. So the only space is going to be in the center. So as you can see, that fits perfectly inside the orange field that we've created. Now if we take an ender pearl, hit Q and toss that in. Now this one is a little bit slower of a process. It's going to take a minute to do it. But once it finishes it, it's going to give us a compact machine. We'll show you how to use those. And boop, there we go. Now we have a tiny compact machine. That is the smallest of the compact machine sizes, although they can go up to quite a bit larger. So if we drop that down, you can see that as you go around it, right above it says south side, east side, north side, west side. That's important because then there's also up and then the bottom is down. That's going to be important once you get inside to know the direction and how you're facing the different things you're building inside, but we'll cover that a little bit later. So our next step is our personalized shrinking device we made early on. What we need is we need to use that to go inside of this tiny compact machine. Now the compact machine is itself a different dimension. So you will be going outside of this dimension into another one. So let's go ahead and all you have to do is right click on that while having your tiny, your personal shrinking device in your hand. As you can see, it's going to load me into the new dimension. All right, and here we are. we are inside of that little compact machine. And we have basically a 3x3x3 space. So inside this machine, you're able to see that you can pretty much build or do anything that you need to do that you would normally do on the outside world, but it's all going to be inside of that block. This is great because you can take automated processes and different machine setups, build them all inside of here, having them interact with the outside world so that you do not have to take up quite as much space. As you can see, it gave me an overworld cake because I came into the other dimension. You don't need the overworld cake in order to exit this. Using your personal shrinking device and just clicking on any of the outside walls will take you back outside. But the overworld cake just automatically appears in your inventory anytime you go into a new dimension when you're in Sky Factory 4. Okay? But once you pop in here, that's going to give you your advancement, to give you the Compact Your World advancement. And then you're pretty great. It's going to set you up. And then to get back out, you can just hit that. Now, if you pick a corner or pick up a space and hit Shift, right click, you're going to see that it says Entry Point Set. That means anytime that you come back inside of this compact machine, it's going to put you on this square specifically. And that can be important because if you're building stuff, you may want to have a certain block that you can come into so that way you're not popping into any of your machines or messing anything up. So I do recommend choosing one of those so that way you have a point of reference. All right, so that's all that's needed to build a basic compact machine, and then to go in and out of it. We're going to pop back out. Okay, and there we have our compact machine. Now, how to interact with a compact machine and how to make larger compact machines, I'm going to kind of cover those in a different video, so I don't like to try to make these too long, but that's going to allow you to get that advancement and how to initiate just the basic area of a compact machine. So that's going to do us for this video. If you find the video helpful and you like it, just let me know. And if you need more information on compact machines, definitely check out my other tutorials I'm going to be putting out in the future, showing a little bit more advanced. But if you have any questions about this one, feel free to throw those down in the comments. I'd be happy to answer as quickly as I can, as well as if you have any recommendations or suggestions for other tutorials that you'd like to see in Sky Factory 4. Always looking for more ideas to make videos on. So that's going to do us for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.